constraint broke.
Yung constraint ulit.
Yep, so let's fix the constraint. Constraint, aim constraint, apply. Oh, we're doing a double transform. I'll just do it manually. And the reason is I actually keyframed the head shape, which I should not have done. Alright, so let's delete the keyframe, delete keys for the head. Break connections.
Why is that, sir, nasira yung constraint?
I added a keyframe to the head.
Nangyayari yun? Nasira. Grabe na.
Constraint and constraint. Alright, so the head is fixed. Okay, so keyframe this. And I have the eye moving. Alright, and I want the head to start moving as soon as the eyes stop moving. Alright, and then let's look at the animation.
So, gumawa kayo ng bagong constraint?
Yep, I deleted all of the animation for the head, and then I actually created the keyframe for it.
Sir, masyado makinis.
Yep. Alright. Okay, I won't fine-tune the animation, but essentially that is how you should set up for animation. Alright, the other things that we haven't taken up. How do you actually render out the animation? Alright, there is no necessity to texture or even color the model that I gave you. I just want to see it in animated format. To render it out in animated format, this is what you do. First, you need to click on Display Render Settings. Right, so click on Display Render Settings. Okay, and then go to Maya Software. And then you change the quality to production quality. Alright? And then you go back to Common. In the Common tab, you should change the format to something that After Effects will recognize. In this case, I am going to select JPEG. Alright, and then you should select the camera that you're using. In this case, I did not make a camera. It's just a perspective view. So camera and perspective needs to be set in place. Image size is set to 640 by 480. Alright, and let's click on Save for the moment. Now, angle your perspective view the way you would like your animation to be rendered. Okay, let's wait till the save finishes up. Okay. You might want to add a light. So, to add a light, go to Create, Lights, and I'm just going to use a simple point light. Alright, so if I zoom out, the point light is right there. So, just want to place it directly in front of the model. You can go to Lighting, Use All Lights, so you can actually see how the light affects your model. Okay, and then set your perspective camera up to where your animation should be. Okay, and then you can do a test render by clicking on this icon, the Render Current Frame icon. Alright, and you have the model right there. Okay, so how do you actually render out to animation? To actually render out to animation, you'll notice here I only have 50 frames in place. So let's say my animation was just 50 frames, or in this case 55 frames, 53 frames. So let's go back to Render Options, and I need to set the number of frames that I need to render out. Okay, so let's see. Image size, again, you don't mess around with this. Okay. We've already set the image format, and you can see that there's a start frame and an end frame. So what you want to do is to click on an image file output, frame animation extension. You want to go to name, number, and extension. Class, this is very important. If you don't set it to name, number, and extension, you won't be able to drag it into After Effects. So name, number, and extension. Okay, and then it will ask you your start frame and your end frame. In this case, my end frame is 53. Okay, once that's done, you click on Close, and you're kind of done for setting it up. Now, this is the thing. Maya will render out those frames in a default position. That default position usually is in My Documents, Maya, right? Maya 7 or whatever version of Maya you have, and it'll render it out to this directory. If you want to set a directory for yourself, you can go to File, and then go to Project and click on New. Alright? And in New Project, you set it to whatever directory you like. For example, I'm going to set it to D. Walang D. Alright, I'm going to set it to C. Alright, and give a name for your project, in this case New Project, and then click on Use Defaults. And then click on Accept, and it's going to create a new folder structure in my C directory. So if I go to C, there is a folder there called New Project, and it'll have all of these directories in it. Alright, now if I start rendering it out, and the way to render it out is you go to Rendering. So drop down menu, select Rendering, and go to Render, and then click on Batch Render Attributes.
Lagay mo muna sa'yo.
So click on Use All Available Processors, and then click on Batch Render. Alright, at this point,